Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and I'm back with the next part of What If Naruto Went in My Hero Academia universe. And yeah, guys, before continuing this, I will be making a movie of What If Naruto today as well. So, today, two What If Narutos are going to be uploaded on my channel. It is quite confusing, even for me sometimes, to say the stuff I'm saying, but yeah, I guess you get the gist of it. I hope you do at least. And if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's video. Our story continues from where we last left off. As the pro heroes approached the campsite, Eraserhead couldn't stop thinking about the odd fight. Other than the pink-haired girl, they all seemed to have multiple quirks. Also, his own quirk had no effect on any of their quirks, despite them clearly having emitter-type powers. Another thing, after talking so big in the beginning, they surrendered so easily. Just a little later, he knew deep down that the trio could have taken them down more than easily, so I hold back. They were villains, right? But why save the students? Aizawa scowled. There were so many unanswered questions. Could they even continue the training? Even with all the unanswered questions, it seemed clear that these people didn't have any affiliation with the League and did intend to harm them at all. Looks like I'll end up spending most of my time interrogating these guys, he sighed. It wasn't long until the group finally reached the campsite. It would be an understatement to say everyone was tense. No one knew exactly what to think about the trio or the fight. They all knew one thing though, these guys were powerful. Eraserhead, Ragdoll, and Pixie Bob took the ninja team to a closed-off building, far away from the students. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura were thrown into separate makeshift cells. Although they were separated, they could still easily communicate with their cells were next to each other because of. Tiger and Mandale were in charge of guarding them until more heroes could come and take them in, while Class 1A and 1B continued their training for away from these captured ninjas. Naruto sat crouched down on the floor with his hands still in his quirk-canceling handcuffs in the middle of his cell. He was no longer in Biju mode and was now in his orange jacket and pants, which were basically in rags. A scowl was itched deep in his face. The amount of frustration boiling within him was more than immense. The tail beast within him stayed quiet. They didn't know quite what to say to the pissed-off teen. Sakura was in the same position as Naruto. Her cell was to the right of the blonde ninja. She felt complete defeat. They were trapped in this world in way more than one. This world had no chakra, yet the people here had more power similar to their jutsus. Like them, they had no idea about each other's powers and abilities. Sakura sighed. Her only wish was to heal her teammates and get onto the battlefield as quick as possible. Sasuke sat in the corner, and like his teammates, his hands were behind his back in handcuffs. The dark-haired teen was already planning their escape and trying to figure out how to get back to Kaguya. Although the escape was easy, it seemed impossible to get back to their world. He found himself just as frustrated as Naruto. Kurama, Naruto called out. Kurama opened his eyes and stared at the blonde shinobi. He sighed. It's no use. I can't sense any chakra at all. Not even Naruto, the nature's chakra. You won't be able to enter the stage mode. Damn it! Any ideas on how to get back? Naruto asked. The tail beast stayed quiet, shaking their heads. All of them wanted to get back, but no possible idea came to their minds. Naruto cursed, sitting down on the floor of his mind with a frown. Meanwhile, Class 1A was making food for themselves. Aizawa, Pixie Bob, and Ragdoll observing them carefully. Everyone was tense from what happened earlier that day. Although most of the students tried to forget about it, somehow it worked and most of Class 1A was a lot brighter than before. Unlike the teachers who were more tense and debating whether or not they should leave in case of an attack. Aizawa sighed. The students were safe for now, but he couldn't shake off an odd feeling he got whenever he thought about the group. There may be something bigger was going on with them. Something that wasn't with the League. Although he couldn't think too much about it, he'd have to leave it to the police. I could interrogate them myself, Aizawa thought. He had interrogated villains before. The concept wasn't all that far. Either way, he really did want to know what was going on with them. As a teacher, it was his job to ensure his students' safety. Pixie Bob. Aizawa spoke up. What's up, Eraser? She responded, tearing her eyes away from the class. I'm going to see them. Watch the class. With that, Aizawa turned away from the cat hero and walked towards the makeshift prison. His walk was calm and steady, but his mind was nothing more but a hurricane of thoughts. He needed to know exactly what or who these peoples were, where they come from, and why they were here. As Aizawa entered the prison, he told Tiger and Mandale what he was going to do. Although they were very nervous, they agreed to do it. Tiger would be directly supervising it. He would be right outside of the door, while Mandale would be looking through the cameras and recording the conversation. When Aizawa walked into the air where the shinobi group was held, he immediately noticed a huge difference in the team, especially the blonde one, Naruto. Not only did Sakura and Naruto look a lot better than when they first appeared, Naruto was no longer glowing and wearing a ripped and dirty orange jacket and pants. Sasuke was in the corner of his cell. He didn't change as much as the other two, but he looked as if he was up to something. The teacher walked up to Naruto's cell. He unlocked it and grabbed Naruto harshly. Hey! Hey! Ow! Naruto yelped. Quiet! Let's go. Aizawa pulled Naruto up and dragged him out of the cell. Naruto grudgingly followed him. Sakura watched as her teammate was taken away. Worry building in her, Sasuke just watched blankly. That Morin better not say something stupid, was his only thought. Naruto was thrown into a closed-off room with no windows, only a table with a chair on either side. Tiger came and tied up Naruto tightly to the chair opposite of the door. Naruto frowned as the rope dug into his already injured skin. He stared at Aizawa, slightly confused, mixed with his expression. Naruto knew he wasn't the smartest in his team. He needed to think about what he said carefully. A wrong answer could make the situation a lot harder to escape from than what it already was. Hey, could you let us go, Scarface? Gramp? We have to do something very important, you know. Naruto attempted to reason poorly. Aizawa raised a brow. Gramps? I'm not that old. He sighed. Your name is Naruto Uzumaki, right? How old are you and where are you from? I'm 16. We're not from here. We're from Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves. Naruto moved his hands somewhat, gesturing towards his headband. 16. Already that powerful? Aizawa thought. Aizawa scowled. Do you think this is a joke? Fine. What are you doing here? Naruto frowned deepened. He struggled not to lash back at Aizawa for his comment. We were teleported here by Kaguya. We're not from here. He repeated. Aizawa stared at Naruto. He looked completely serious. Who's Kaguya? She's the lady who imprisoned everyone in the infinite Tsukiyomi. She's trying to destroy the world. We're the ones who can stop her. The only ones. I promised everyone that I'll save them. Naruto explained. Aizawa scoffed. That's quite a story, but I think I would have heard about the world ending. Tch. Aizawa was about to leave when Naruto spoke up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We aren't from this world. If we don't seal her, then everyone here, will be in danger too, Gramps. He yelled. Aizawa frowned. Fine. What is this world like? The deadpan sarcasm dripping from his voice. We're shinobi. We fight using chakra and jutsu. We're in the 4th grade shinobi war against... Well, it's a long story to explain exactly who we were up against, but we're fighting Kaguya. She's super powerful, and that's why we have to go back, Super Scarf Gramps. Entrust Sasuke and I with the great power, Scarface Gramp. I promise I'll steal Kaguya away and save everyone, Naruto yelled. Tiger, who was right outside the door, tensed. He was just about to run in the room when, through the small door window, Aizawa signaled to not come in. Tiger paused, hesitantly backing away from the door. He grimaced and kept his eyes on what he could see through the window. Aizawa turned to back face Naruto, who struggled against his restraint. Aizawa kept a calm expression. He stared down at the angry blonde, who now had a skull embedded on his face. Alright, how about this? You show me what your chakra is. Maybe I'll let you go. Sarcasm was still lingering in his voice. He called Tiger into the room. Tiger walked over to Naruto and undid his wrists. The shinobi smiled. Alright! Naruto put his hands together and closed his eyes, focusing his chakra. Blue aura surrounded and condensed around Naruto. Aizawa widened his eyes in surprise. Even Tiger steps back. He wasn't bluffing. No. Think rationally. This chakra could be a quirk. But a quirk this strong? So many possibilities? Aizawa thought ran marathons in his head. He couldn't comprehend what he was seeing at all. This is my chakra. I can do a lot of jutsu like. Naruto formed symbol with his hands. Shadow clone jutsu. And just like him, 2 more Narutos appeared on either side. Aizawa stepped back, utterly shocked. No matter how hard he tried to reason what was happening, it was clear. Naruto was telling the truth. They were from another world. But that means this Kaguya is real too. Alright, that's enough, Aizawa said, kicking away any shock he felt. Naruto straightened. The 2 clones besides him disappeared in a puff of smoke. Naruto grinned. So, do you believe us now, Scarf Gramps? We're ninja from a hidden leaf village, and we can't stay here for long. People's lives are in danger, you know. Kakashi Sensei is trapped with Kaguya right now. We have to save him. Aizawa stared at the kids before his eyes. His eyes were nothing but pure determination. He sighed and looked over to Tiger. Tiger looked over to him, silently asking, "What do you want to do?" The teacher looked back at Naruto. He couldn't let them go yet. Now he definitely can't keep them caged. It's clearly that the handcuffs won't do crap. The only reason they didn't resist earlier was to avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Aizawa sighed. "Tiger, bring those two other people here, please." After some time, we see Tiger as he eyed the tired teacher but did as he was told and left the room. Naruto looked over to Aizawa eagerly. "So are you going to let us go?" he asked. "I'll explain when your friends get here." He answered simply. Sasuke's eyes shot open as he heard footsteps approach his cell. He looked up to see one of the peoples they were fighting before standing in front of his cell. His tall, muscular build loomed over Sasuke, although he didn't let a molecule of intimidation reach him. Sasuke looked around, realizing that Naruto was nowhere to be found. Sakura noticed as well, worry and nervousness quickly taking over her features. "Where is Naruto?" she asked, but didn't get any answer. "Where is Naruto?" Sasuke asked forcefully, his voice low and almost like a crow. "I'm going to take you all towards him. Don't worry, your comrade is fine," Tiger answered. Sasuke frowned. Sakura looked a little comforted at what Tiger said. Although they didn't let her worry leave, Tiger opened Sasuke's cell and grabbed him by the cuffs. He went to Sakura's cell and did the same. He led them to the room and let them inside. Naruto and Aizawa were sitting on the opposite sides of the table before. Naruto smiled and said, "Hey guys." "Naruto?" Sakura spoke. Sasuke said nothing, but he was secretly relieved to see that Naruto was unharmed. Sakura and Sasuke walked over to Naruto, standing next to him. Aizawa put his hands on his pockets and stood up from where he was sitting. He looked at the group with his tired eyes and sighed. "Alright, it's clear to me now that you guys aren't from here. I don't know how it's even possible for this to happen. The thing is, we can't let you go, but we can't keep you in with a good consciousness either. Until we can figure out exactly what to do with you, we'll allow you to stay here freely. There will be some rules though. You cannot leave this place without us knowing, and we prefer you to stay away from the students while you are training." "Or they are training," answered Aizawa. The shinobi looked at each other. It wasn't perfect, but it was better than what they could have hoped for. Sasuke stared at the teacher. "Alright, we'll accept it. Is there something else we should know?" Aizawa felt relief all over him. At least they were cooperative. "Well, in the world there are heroes and villains. We are heroes. We're training a new generation of them here. We have had villains properly lately though, calling themselves the Leagues of Villains. The training camp is kept top secret, so I doubt they know about this place. Don't worry about being in danger here." The team nodded. Sakura bowed. "Thank you, sir." Aizawa waved it off. "Call me Aizawa. I'll lead you to where you'll be staying." "Gah! They're going to see us!" Minata yelped. "Calm down. Let's get out of here before they do," Mina whispered yelled. Jiro jumped up from her kneeling position on the grass, taking her earbuds out of the wall. The Baku squad were huddled around the girl. They had all joined up trying to find out more about the quote-unquote villains. They had followed Aizawa to where the team was held, and luckily the interrogation room had a wall that was easily accessible to Jiro. Although with the knowledge they had now, they couldn't call them villains, and now they might actually be able to meet them. "Oi, oi, oi, let's go back already before we get caught," Bakugo growled. "Yeah, we should go. We could get into trouble for this," Minata whimpered. A team of the students began their escape. They managed to get away before anyone could spot them. Jiro hadn't told everyone else exactly what she heard, only relay the basics of how the odd team wasn't evil and how they were going to stay for the time being. To be completely honest, Jiro didn't know if she believed what Naruto had said, but Aizawa believed it. She wasn't sure whether or not she should tell the others exactly what she heard. I mean, another universe fighting a war against a godlike being? Either they would take it as a joke or it'll cause a massive panic. Whether or not it was true, Jiro felt that she should wait just in case Aizawa spoke with them about it. If he didn't tell them, she would have to tell everyone. That is, assuming her classmates won't annoy her to the point of telling them before the point. When the team of aspiring heroes reached the camp, they were immediately greeted with curious stares. After all, it wasn't just the Baku squad planning the eavesdrops. The entire class, save for Ida, of course, was all for the operation. As it has been said many times, everyone had questions. They were begging for answers about the villain team. Ida was already dashing towards the team once they were in the sight, and furrowed his eyebrow, almost yelling stiffly, "What you did was very reckless. We still do not know about these villains much. If you got caught, who knows what could have happened? Eavesdropping on an interrogation like this is wrong. Bakugo looked at the class rep with a beyond annoyed glare. He scowled. Shut up, Four Eyes. They came at us. First, we have the right to know what they intend to do. Ida was about to add on to his lecture when Aizawa came to meet the class. He stood in front of his students with a blank face. Besides him was Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. Whatever tension revolving them already had increased tenfold. Everyone's eyes were focused on Aizawa and the team. Aizawa put his hands in his pockets and looked at his class, who were staring at the ninja with curious eyes. A dreadful silence loomed over the group. Aizawa cleared his throat. After an interrogation, we learned that these guys are not villains. They will not disturb you during the training, nor do they pose a threat. They will stay here for the time being, that's all. With that, Aizawa left, leaving Team 7 and Class 1A together. Naruto scratched the back of his head as he looked over to the class. Sakura was silent, as was Sasuke. The awkward silence held together. Sakura brainstormed for ways to get rid of the unease. She looked over to her teammates with an idea. How about we introduce ourselves first? She offered. Naruto looked at Sakura, then back at the class and grinned. Alright, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. I'm 16. Sakura Haruno. I'm 17. Sasuke frowned. His teammates stared at him expectantly. He sighed. This is useless, he mumbled. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I'm 17. We're sorry for any trouble we caused you earlier. You're training to be heroes, right? Your teacher told us. Sakura spoke gently. Bakugo glared at the team from his back. Kirishima was next to him, feeling the irritation roll off his friend. Kirishima looked over with a face full of concern for Bakugo. Suddenly there was a slam on the wooden table. An angry blonde stood up and yelled, Fight me! You, the blonde one! Naruto, right? As now, Naruto looked over to where the voice came from. A spiky-haired blonde stood up with one foot on the table, with an absolutely pissed off explosion erupting from his hands. Kachan! Midoriya yelled. Baku bro, calm down. What the hell are you saying? Kirishima stood up suddenly, trying to calm down the angry boy. Shut up, nerd! You do shitty here! Bakugo yelled. Bakugo? These people are currently guests here. You cannot be rude to them. Ida spoke up. Everyone in the class was trying to calm down their classmate, but their attempts were futile. Bakugo screamed again. Fight me! All the while Naruto stood up, his teammates completely confused. Alright, fight me with all you got. Bakugo grinned like a maniac. The class looked at both Bakugo and Naruto with horrible expressions and horror in their eyes. The hype quickly ended though. In less than a second, Naruto was face first in the ground with a scary large crater surrounding him. Naruto! Sakura shouted angrily. You can't fight everyone, idiot. We need to preserve strength. Ow! Sakura! Did you really have to hit me so hard? Naruto whined, getting up as he rubbed his head. Sasuke just shook his head disappointedly and muttered something along the lines of moron. Class 1A stared at the crater Sakura made in disbelief, then at Naruto, who seemed almost completely unharmed. Who are these guys? Midoriya nearly screamed in his head. Anyways, I don't think Aizawa would be happy if we fought you. So we won't be fighting anyone, right, Naruto? Sakura growled, her fist clenching tightly in front of her face, as Naruto eeped and yelled, Yeah, sorry, but I can't fight you. Are you scared? Bakugo asked with a cocky tone, getting ready to fight again. Bakugo, stand down. A low voice grumbled behind Bakugo. Everyone looked at the voice in surprise. There stood the tired pro hero behind Bakugo, an irritation expression laid on his face. If you really want to fight them, then you should at least do it quieter, he muttered. Aizawa grabbed the collar of Bakugo's shirt and yanked him away. Come with me. We're going to have a little talk. Bakugo grunted as he was pulled away out of the sight. Another student stood up. He was tall, with rectangular glasses. He bowed. I apologize for my classmate's behavior. He was out of line, and as class president, I take full responsibility. Sakura smiled. It's fine. It looks like we both have teammates addicted to fighting. The pink-haired shinobi shot a glare at Naruto. Thank you. Since you introduced yourselves, it's only proper to introduce ourselves. The student put a hand harshly on his chest. I am Tenya Ida, the class president. I am 15. The student you saw before was Katsuki Bakugo. He stared swiftly. A girl with pink hair, thick black hair, pulled up in a ponytail, was the next to introduce herself. I am Momo Yaoruzu. You can call me Momo. I'm vice class president and also 15. The rest of the class introduced themselves one by one. Each stated their names, age, until everyone introduced themselves. It's great to meet all of you. I hope we can get along and know each other more. Naruto nodded. Yeah, we'll be staying here for a while, so it'll be fun meeting you all. Sasuke kept quiet, choosing to stare at the class blankly. Could they get any stupider? We have to find a way to get out of this stupid place as quickly as possible. We have no time to make friends, Sasuke thought, frowning to himself. So Eraser decided to let you guys out after all, huh? Pixie Bob spoke up as she walked over to the group. Ragdoll followed closely behind her. Aizawa seems to trust you, which is pretty rare. You're pro-heroes, Pixie Bob and Ragdoll, right? Aizawa told us about you. Yes, we are, Sakura, right? I'm Pixie Bob and this is Ragdoll, Pixie Bob said as she pointed towards Ragdoll. Naruto, Sakura, I need to talk to you, Sasuke muttered. Naruto and Sakura looked over to their teammates, curiosity gaining their attention until they nodded and followed him. Hey, you should probably talk here. We still can't really trust you guys, you know. Pixie Bob spoke up. Sasuke scoffed and said, we will be talking about otherworldly things you won't understand. Now let us be, Sasuke said as he grabbed Naruto and Sakura's wrist harshly and pulled them away. We can't get attached to anyone here. We have a goal. Don't worry about them. Worry about Kaguya. We need to know how to get back to our world and stop her. Because of the lack of chakra in this world, it will be easier to pinpoint her. Do you get it? Sasuke explained sternly. Naruto frowned but understood as did Sakura. They pulled up and turned to face the heroes. You done? Pixie Bob asked sarcastically. Hey, I have an idea, Pixie Bob said. What if you joined the class in a hot spring? A hot spring? Naruto asked. Yup, we're planning on letting the students relax for the rest of the day until their training starts. I don't think it'll hurt to let you guys join in, Ragdoll smiled. Naruto grinned. Alright. No. Sasuke stared harshly. Why, Sasuke? The people are just trying to be nice. They're also the only reason we're out here in the first place. Sakura glanced at her teammate. Did you forget what I just said? You do remember our position here, right? He growled. You guys can go and play nice. I'll find my way to the home myself. Sasuke scowled, leaving the group and towards where they were staying. Naruto frowned as he watched Sasuke walk away. Sakura looked to the heroes. Please forgive him. Sasuke takes his responsibilities very seriously. Ragdoll waved her paw. Don't worry about it. We know your situations right now. It is understandable he's upset. So, do you want to go? Yes, we'll be delighted. Yeah, I'm in. Ragdoll and Pixie Bob smiled as both Sakura and Naruto agreed. The class were in a bit of shock. They didn't expect to be able to relax in a bath, much less with the people that were considered a threat hours ago. Alright, let's go, class. Pixie Bob announced. Midoriya, we have a time skip as Midoriya eyed Naruto cautiously, much less like the rest of the class. He still didn't understand completely what was going on, but truthfully, who did? This guy considered a villain and enemies hours ago, and now he was betting with them. What in the hell is even going on here? Midoriya sighed. As everyone got ready, Midoriya stole a glance at Naruto. His eyes were wide in shock. He looked like he went through war earlier, but he looks completely healed now. Barely even a scratch. Midoriya wasn't the only one who realized this. Many other people in the changing room noticed this as well. This wasn't a powerful recovery hero like Recovery Girl here. So how was he doing this? How his wounds healed so quickly? The others two seemed healed too, but how? Could it be that one of them has a healing quirk too? But that would mean they all have at least two quirks. Suddenly a terrifying thought came to Midoriya. Did the League of Villains manage to create human-like Nomus? And these guys are, Midoriya, right? You're mumbling to yourself. Naruto spoke up. Midoriya jumped. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's fine anyway. What happened to the angry guy from before? Naruto asked. You mean Bakugo? Right? Another voice cut in. Ida? Midoriya looked over to where the voice came from. Ida adjusted his glasses and looked at the pair. Aizawa took him. He'll come back soon. Please forgive him for his irresponsible actions, Ida stated. Naruto grinned. It's okay. Anyway, let's go to the bath. The group left the changing room along with any other lingering members. Meanwhile, Sakura was talking to the girls of 1A. So are the other guys your brothers or something? Mina asked Sakura eagerly. Sakura snorted. Nope, not at all. They're just my teammates. But Naruto is like a little annoying brother to me. Sasuke's sort of good looking though. Hakagura asked. Yeah. Sakura laughed sheepishly. Let's go to the bath, guys. The water feels wonderful, Uraraka called out. As the rest of the girls jumped into the bath, it wasn't long until they began surrounding Sakura with a storm of questions. First was Momo, who looked over to Sakura calmly. So I'm assuming your quirk is super strength, right? Or something to do with controlling air pressures around your fist. I suppose you can call it that, but we be forbidden by Aizawa to talk about our quirks. Sakura responded. Meanwhile, Naruto had been asked the same question, but a little different. So, what's your quirk? I've been trying to figure it out, but I only come up with a couple, like that glowing state you had before. You had that swirly bomb and black orbs, which you could control. Do you have multiple quirks like Todoroki? How about your teammate Sasuke? Is your quirk similar because of visible aura? Midori kept ranting and theorizing, but Naruto got lost halfway through. Well, I don't know about that. Scarf Gramps told us that we can't talk about it. Sorry. Naruto grinned awkwardly. Minata, I must implore you to control yourself. Ida suddenly shouted. Dude, I'm not sure that's a great idea. Kaminari added. Minata ignored their warnings. He pooped off the balls of his head and began climbing the wooden wall. It's just like Pervy's stage, Naruto thought. Suddenly a realization came to him. Sakura, might see him. Hey, I think you shouldn't do that. Naruto started, but before he could finish his sentence, the kid popped up from the tall wall. The kid frowned at Minata. You shouldn't do that, you pervert. He muttered and shoved Minata off the wall. Curse you, Kota! He screamed as he fell off into the water. Naruto couldn't help but feel relief. At least Sakura wouldn't be killing any of the students today. On the other side of the wall, the girls cheered. They thanked Kota for stopping Minata, but Kota looked over to the side accidentally. The kid gasped in shock and fell over. Naruto was just about to rush over and catch the kid, but Midoriya beat him to it. His body was glowing, blue lightning surrounding the body. Kota! Midoriya yelped as he caught the kid. Did he pass out? Naruto asked, walking over to Midoriya and Kota. Yeah, I'm going to take him to the office with his aunts, Midoriya said as he held the kid. After that, the class relaxed a little more in the bath. By the time Midoriya came back, everyone was drying off and getting ready to bed. Naruto didn't even take 2 steps out of the bathhouse when he heard his name. Naruto! Sakura shouted angrily. Naruto visibly jumped. Sakura? The finger shinobi stomped her way towards Naruto, her eyes practically flaming. Did you try to peek again, you pervert? Gah! No, it wasn't me, Sakura, I promise! The blonde rushed out, but his attempts were in vain. Sakura punched him hard in the head. Shut it, Naruto. Ugh, you didn't change at all. She sighed disappointedly. Naruto ground his mouth filled with dirt. He got up slowly, rubbing his head. You didn't have to hit me that hard. The few people who lingered stared in shock. This was the second time Sakura punched Naruto. Even though a larger crater surrounded him that showed the force of the hit. Seriously, how are you okay? Midoriya shouted in his hand, looking at the scene with bewildered stare. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this part of, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. Stay tuned for a movie of Naruto that will be coming up soon. It is a surprise for you. It is quite different. I haven't done anything like this, but yeah, it is quite similar to what I do usually. So don't need to get any, way beyond expectation hype, but yeah, you can tone it down a bit and expect something good. So yeah, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.